course, here is a story about the Namibian people and their respect for elders, told in the spirit of oral tradition. There was a great drought in the land. The earth cracked like old pottery, the grasses turned to dust, and the rivers remembered only the ghost of water. The people of the village grew thin, and their cattle lowed with a thirst that echoed across the plains. Fear, dry and sharp, settled in their hearts. The young men, strong and fierce with worry, said, "We must walk our herds to the far mountains. We have seen clouds there." The mothers, their eyes on their children's parched lips, said, "We must dig deeper in the riverbed. Water is sleeping below." But the people were divided, and division in a drought is a death sentence. A young woman named Kaisa watched the argument. She then did what her bones knew to do. She walked away from the noise toward the smallest hut at the edge of the village. Inside was Nami, her great-grandmother. Nami was so old she seemed to be turning back into the earth. Her skin was like folded leather, her eyes a pale, clouded blue. Most days she sat by her fire, whispering to memories. The young men saw only a body that needed feeding. But Kaiser saw something else. She knelt, took the old woman's hand and said, "Nami, the earth is thirsty. The people are divided. What do your years see that our eyes cannot?" Nami was silent for a long time. Her fingers, light as bird bones, traced the lines on Kaiser's palm. She did not speak of water or mountains. "In my father's time," she began, her voice a rustle, "there was a thirst like this. The cattle began to die. My grandfather, he did not look to the sky. He looked to the skeleton of the desert." "The skeleton?" Kaiser asked. "The elephant," Nami said. "The great bull who walks the secret paths. Where he walks, he remembers. His feet know where the deep roots hide. Where he digs with his tusk, the secret water weeps to the surface. Find his track, follow his skeleton. It will lead you not to a place you can see, but to a place he remembers." Kaiser ran back to the arguing people and told them. The young men scoffed. "We follow the spoor of game, not fairy tales from a dreaming old woman." But the village elder, a man who had learned from his own grandmother, held up his hand. "She is not just dreaming," he said. "She is remembering. Her mind holds a map we have all forgotten to read." They had no other map. So, humbled by desperation, a search party went out. For 2 days, they found nothing but dust and bone. On the third morning, Kaiser saw it. A single perfect track pressed into a patch of dry mud as big as a basket. An elephant's track, older than the drought, baked hard by the sun, a fossil of a path. They followed it. It led them not to the green mountains, but to a place of seemingly bare, flat rock. Yet at the end of the track, at the base of a cliff, they saw a strange, deep gouge in the stone, a place where, generations ago, a giant tusk had scraped. They took their tools and dug where the stone was soft. 3 feet down, the earth turned dark. 4 feet down, it began to weep. By sunset, they were drinking clean, cool water that had been sleeping in the belly of the earth, waiting for someone who remembered the way. When they returned singing to the village, the first thing Kaisa did was not drink. She carried a gourd of the fresh water to Nami's hut. She helped the old woman drink. Nami smiled, water glistening on her chin. "You did not just find water, child," she whispered. "You found the proof that my memory is not a ghost. It is a well." From that day, the people understood clearly. An elder is not a person growing weak. An elder is a living well. Their memory is not a story about the past. It is a tool for the future. To disrespect them is to let the water of knowledge sink forever into the sand, leaving your children forever thirsty. To honor them is to ensure the path home is never lost.